Hey there, Crunchy Frog again. Yesterday I said I was going to figure out some kind of effective deck for this Disturbed Graves game mode that's going on right now. And I think I finally settled on one after experimenting and losing. As you can see there on these defeats, I was trying out the Firecracker, but then I finally settled on a Royal Recruits Evolved Executioner and Evolved Royal Recruits version. And as you can see, we got some wins with that, but of course, for some reason, I can't do a replay. So let's go ahead and hop into it and do some live Disturbed Graves attacks. You can see I've got the Earthquake spell in there. And I also have the Bomb Tower. I find that the Bomb Tower works pretty good on this game mode because it handles a lot of these little skeletons and whatnot. Let's go ahead and arrows this little Firecracker over here before she causes me any more problems. And the Flying Machine gets a lot of value floating around up there, just firing its stuff. But the secret really is to use a lot of ranged cards. And I find the Magic Archers very effective. We have the Goblin Barrel in for a win condition. But I think what we need to do, I was going to save my recruits until double elixir. But I think since we have the Evolved Witch there, we need to shield the Magic Archer away from her. But she's nasty, that Evolved Witch. But you just have to sort of be a little bit patient. And let's go ahead and take care of that Evolved Firecracker. And let's go ahead and shield our little ranged units with some heavy artillery. Put the Flying Machine to take out the Baby Dragon. The secret really is to keep placing ranged units down. Now, he hasn't seen my Goblin Barrel yet, so I'm hoping this will be a surprise. He got a little bit of value there. And of course, the old Flying Machine does pretty good. But let's go ahead and get the Royal Recruits going. And this ridiculous little Firecracker needs to go away. And there you go. I had to play quite a few matches to finally figure out what worked the best, at least for me. Let's go ahead and hop into another one. Might as well. We're making some Clash Royale videos this morning. But I promised you guys yesterday that I was going to do a little experimenting. And I can promise you that I did not watch any YouTubers or find any kind of decks from YouTubers or anything. I'd be kind of curious to see if there is one, to see what they do. But I found that decks like say for example, Sir Tag, who I really like. And a lot of times he recommends decks that they don't really work out for me. I'm sure they work out just fine for him, but as far as I'm concerned, they don't do so well for me. Let's go ahead and pop down the flying machine over here and hopefully chisel this Mega Knight down before he can do too much damage. Put the Magic Archer in the middle. You know, I think the Magic Archer is a very underrated unit. For some reason, people kind of sleep on him, but except for when it comes to these challenges, he does really well when it comes to these challenges. Now, I'm not sure why somebody would pack the Prince. The Prince seems like he would die pretty quickly. You know, with all these guards being spawned all over the place. Okay, let's throw in a Goblin Barrel. I think we're going to go ahead and drop the evolved recruits. Why not? It seems like when you have all these units on the field, he's got the evolved Mega Knight. But the evolved Mega Knight really isn't that great for this event. He has to respond to all these constantly spawning guards and everything. It'd be like using a P.E.K.K.A, you know? Let's go ahead and put some recruits down here. Help defend. And the bomb tower does a great job in cleaning up pushes. It's got unusually good range, you know? And this really is basically all you have to do. Uh-oh, that Prince is going to get a charge, but it's a little too late. Anyway, that's basically the let's take a look here so you can get a better look at the... Wait a second, we gotta collect our mastery. Pardon me while I collect more free loot that Super Smell wants to give me. Those greedy bastards. Okay. And this is basically the composition of the deck. I made it myself. It works really well for me. I just gave a couple examples of how I use it. I hope it works really well for you too. I found that the Executioner, Evolved Executioner, works really well because he's a pretty beefy unit. He does a lot of splash damage. So I think he's a really good counter for the Witch that you'll find in a lot of these opponents. But still, you kind of need to have something like the Goblin Barrel. I tried the Graveyard. I tried a lot of other direct tower win conditions, including the Goblin Drill and whatnot. But I found that the Goblin Barrel seems to work the best. And although I don't use it all the time, the Earthquake spell sometimes comes in handy. But anyway, I am getting a little bit of free loot on this free-to-play account, and I'm doing so by doing that game mode. It's a pretty cool game mode. But anyway, this could be a little bit of a shorter video. I just wanted to show you this little bit of a tip if you're having trouble finding a deck to use in that game mode. But anyway, this is Crunchy Frog signing out. I hope you guys have a good day. Please subscribe and all that stuff. I'll talk to you later.